Hello and welcome everybody, RVU99 here, and today I am currently in my test world and I want to show you Applied Energistics. Applied Energistics is a really cool mod that allows compact builds and a lot of automation. So why don't we get started? So the first thing you want to do is craft yourself this thing, an ME controller. To craft that, you're going to need some of these fluix crystals. To make fluix crystals, you need nether quartz, a certix quartz, and a redstone. Certus quartz and certus quartz dust comes from this thing. You'll find it in World Gen. Certix quartz ore. You'll have a random chance to get either the dust or the actual crystal. Crystal is more common. You're pretty much guaranteed to get a crystal. Dust is something extra. Right, so if we place this down in the world, you can see it requires power, 6 units per tick. Here you can press a button to change what sort of layout it is. So this will require 1.2 MJ per tick to run. EU will cost 3 EU, and universal electricity is 1.2 kJ. I don't know universal electricity, so I'm just going to keep it like the default, and I'm gonna get an HV solar just to give it some power. As you can see, straight away as it started making power, it gave this its energy units, and you can see the power bar is now on. Now just keep in note, in any network you can only have one ME controller. Right, so if you come back in there, the next thing I want to show you is this thing, the ME chest. To craft the ME chest, you're going to need a conversion matrix. To craft that, you're going to need some of this fluix dust, which is nether quartz dust, which you macerate or smelt macerate a nether quartz. And with some redstone and some certix quartz dust, will get you 2 fluix dust. It's quite expensive. And a conversion matrix is a basic processor, which is just a basic processor assembly smelted. And to craft that, you'll need silicon, quartz cutting knife. Silicon is a smelting nether quartz or certix quartz, and a quartz cutting knife is just 2 of these, iron and that. What I've got to show you in this thing is the advanced processor, which is the same dealio but with a diamond instead of a piece of gold. It's quite expensive. If we just place the ME chest here, you can see can't do anything. You can't put items in. You've got priority set for as you have. I'll show you that in a bit. So getting back to the ME chest, you can't put items in it, except but with a gold chest you can. That's why these things require 1 energy and a storage cell. Now let me just find a storage cell. Screw it. Storage cells. So you got 1K storage, 16K storage, 64K storage, and 4K storage. Obviously the 60, each of these, as you can see when you hover over them, can accept 63 items, 63 types of item, but each one of them have different bytes. So the ME1K can hold 1024, but the 4K can hold 4096. The 16 is 16,034, 84 I mean, and the 64 is the 65536. Now obviously the 1K will be the cheaper one. The 1K, okay, pressing the wrong button. The 1K just requires a storage cell with 3 redstone, iron and glass. A storage cell is just one of those processors, 4 quartz and redstone. So let's just get the basic one. You can see there's a little slot here. Oh, as soon as you put that in, you can see this interface hold up. So as you can see, there's 63 slots here. That's why only each of these can only hold 63 items. Now you can put chests in, but as you can see, I've got a stack of chests in there. Oh no, I'm gonna have to use another slot. Oh no. As you can see, because it's one type of chest, one type of item, it's only one type of item, but it will stack, but it will use up the bytes. So 2 stacks of gold chests takes up 24 bytes of 1024. If you wanted to throw some cobble in there, like so, you can see it's stacking up to 448, but still only 2 types of items have been used. And if there was ever a case where you didn't have if there was ever a case where you didn't have any power and your system ran out, oh no, my system's going to run out. As you can see also, it's using more power because it has an ME chest right here. And this will soon run out. As you can see, the bar's dropping, it's getting low. And when we've run out of power, we won't be able to access our items. Right, here we go. It's about to die. Now, as you can see, the system is dead, offline. Now, no longer can we access or place in any items. But if we take our disk out, this is sort of work as movable storage. Instead of having lots of items, like in a gold chest, it's stored on this disk. And this disk holds that 448 cobble and 2 stacks of gold chests. So if we put this back in and we give it more power, you'll see as soon as it gets a little bit of power, boosh, we have access to our stuff again. Now the next thing I want to say is this stuff, ME cable. There's lots of type of cable which each do different things. They're just crafted with 3 fluix dust and 6 glass gets you 3, so it's quite expensive. There's also the covered cable, which works the same way. It just requires a piece of wool. I actually think it works the same way. I haven't noticed any difference with this one. The ME cable basically just allows you to connect up to your system. So for everything to work, you can have a chest here and it will activate, and it will be connected to the network. As you can see there, it's connected to the network. 2 chests. But if we put it here, it's not connected to the network because it's not touching the last thing connected to the network. That's when this cable comes in. If we just put some cable there, now you can see it's costing 1 cable, which made it up to 9 units per tick, and 2 ME chests. The ME dark cable works in a similar way, but it uses redstone signals. So we'll just grab ourselves a lever and we put our chest back down, and we'll take half a stack of that and we'll get another storage disk. As you can see, the 64K storage cell is made with a storage cluster, which is 3 of those storage blocks. Storage blocks is 3 of the storage segments and storage cells, so it's expensive. Just grab 64K storage and plonk that in there, and as you can see, we've got no power. Still no power, but it's connected. It's not charging us any power. That's when a redstone signal comes in. As soon as you activate the redstone signal, it goes from dark to a normal colour. To craft this dark cable, you just need 2 ME cable with 2 redstone and a lever. It's like a EU splitter cable, and that then allows you to access your stuff. Now, do you remember the you've got all this different colour cable, which basically works like a red power 2 alloy cable, which allows you to have 2 separate networks, and if you use different colours, they won't connect. So So this is quite good if you want really compact builds. I've just chosen red and yellow just because it was the first one there. But if you do add, say, an ME cable, it will connect, and it will connect to the system. Because then it's all connected. So you can have two separate systems and then connect them. There's lots of stuff in applied energistics. Right, one of the next things is, if you like the room full of chests, say, like your old compact chests where you just go up to places and you can access all your chests, well, no longer do you have to do that. Now, it's a bit like the logistics pipes request thing, but we want the access terminal. To craft that, you're going to need a conversion matrix, an ME cable, some iron and some glass. It can be connected with cable or directly on top of one of the system. And this used to be blue. They made it the Fluix color. I think his name is Algorithm. And oh look! So I've got half a stack of cobble in here. Let's just remove all of this. So we should be able to access a stack of cobble, half a cobble in here, half a cobble in here, and a stack of chests. So in here you can see there is a stack of chests. Take that out. Half a stack is gone, and now there's lots of cobble in there, but there's only 416, but there's 448 in there because there's half a stack of cobble in this chest. What more to ask than the ME crafting terminal? Basically works the same way, just with a crafting table, and it also has compatibility with NEI. So if I get some iron, ingots, redstone, get some redstone, some iron, and some wood, and we pop that all in there, and then we request a piston. You can obviously still craft it like so with that, and you can take your piston out. So you can keep clicking to take a piston out. Or you can go over NEI, and it's best to do this in recipe mode, because obviously it types, and click on the piston and shift right click on that question mark, and it automatically fills in this. Now you can request all the pistons you want. So out of that, I could have got 21 pistons. That's pretty cool. Right, now I want to show you the automatic crafting system. So I'm just going to bring it out over here, ways away, because it is a multi-block structure. What you want to do is you want to get this thing, ME containment assembler containment wall, just with some gold and some quartz and some iron, but you're going to need a lot of it. So I'm going to build just a 3x3, I think. 3x3x4. Now, all of these outsides have to be made out of this stuff, the wool. But all around the edge have to be these heat vents, the iron bars, the cable, and the ingots. So that goes on the bottom, the top, like that, and all the outsides have to be made with these heat vents, even the top and the bottom. But inside, you've got a choice of two things: the crafting CPU or the pattern provider. I prefer the pattern provider. So there's two of them like so. And then with the heat vents on the outside. Boosh! Multi-block structure formed. Look at that. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, because we put two pattern providers in, we have a choice of 2 pages of this. But if we break the structure and we put one of these in, I've never tried the CPU, so I'm going to do it. And then heat vents. You can see now we've only got one, and only one page. I don't know what that did. Oh, maybe it increases the speed of the crafting. That might be it. So that is this, but what good is that? It looks like it's got a bunch of storage cells in it, but I'm not putting loads of storage cells in there. Well, you don't have to put storage cells in there because they're expensive. But you do have to put these. Pattern, ME blank patterns. Now, where is that? Blank pattern. Blank pattern, here we go. That's just crafted with some quartz, some glowstone, some iron, and some glass. We'll get a stack of them. There's one thing else. A pattern encoder. To craft that, you're gonna need a conversion matrix and some iron and a crafting table. This doesn't need to be connected to your network. It does not require power. But as you can see, we've got a nice little GUI. What we want to do is we put our blank patterns here. And say we want to make gold chests. Gold chests are crafted with some gold and an iron chest. Oh, there used to be things. So if we get some of these. See, it uses like a weird thing. What is that? Weighted pressure plate. That's not how you craft a weighted pressure plate. Is it? No. Weird. So some of that and an iron chest. Iron chest. Iron chest. That with an iron chest gets you a gold chest in code. You can see it used up one of my patterns. And we can go ahead and go put it in here. But if you ever encode the wrong pattern and you're like, oh no, I've wasted one of these, just shift right click and as you can see, you get your pattern back. So let's just encode another one and put this one back. And pop it in there. As you can see, now it knows how to make gold chests. So if we come over to our ME interface and we put the resources required to make a gold chest, and we'll take these chests out, and we want to craft a gold chest. As you can see, we've only got the resources for one. Let's begin. As you can see, it quickly made us a gold chest. But if we want to get some more gold, and an iron chest, you can see we can craft a stack of them. But we probably won't have enough gold to make a stack of them. No, we won't. We only had enough to make 16. That's a perfect chance to get you the crafting terminal. That is just with a basic processor, a cable, and some iron and some glass. And you can just place that on top like so. We don't want it facing that way. No, we don't. We'll just place it there. But as you can see, if we try and craft any now, you can say missing resources. It's missing 8 gold. So basically it just tells you, oh right, yeah, we can't put it there. No, we can't. Put it here instead. It was saying once it gets 8 gold though, and we request another one, it's more than happy to get us one. So that's just the way of the automatic crafting system. So no longer do you have to just have a big room full of iron chests, but still these are good early on. Now now I want to get into the import export buses and other things. Right, so if I just load that. So I want to show you the storage bus. Now the storage bus is 2 types, the fuzzy and the ME. I'm just going to do the basic ME storage bus, which is just one of these things, an ME interface, a cable and 3 iron. An ME interface is just a conversion matrix, some glass, a cable and some iron. The storage bus. Now that goes on to a different type of storage. So if you're like really early game and you haven't got one of these things, the ME chests or something else that I'll get to later, you can just connect it up with your normal system. You can be connected to any one of these networks. It doesn't matter. It all doesn't matter where it gets hooked up. It's all going to work the same way. So if there are no gold chests, but I put gold chests in this gold chest, you see now I can access those gold chests from this. It takes a little while to update because obviously it's not the ME chest, but as you can see, when I take half of it out, it updates and half of it's gone out of this chest. Pretty cool. Now the fuzzy storage bus is just crafted with some wool around the regular storage bus. Also on the storage bus there is a little interface where you can say only store gold chests. Now if I take all the gold chests out, and there's no gold chests in here, the only place gold chests will go is in here. Pretty cool. But that's pretty basic. The fuzzy works exactly the same way. So we can say put gold chests in here, but it's got priority. And we're going to say priority 0. Wait, no, priority 2. So, even though we say put all that in there, it's probably not going to go. It's going to go in there because there's no other place for them to go. But if we set this to be priority 1, you can see they went in here instead of in here. But put one in there and we set this to priority -1, which is a higher priority than priority 0 or priority 1. You'll see when we put them in there, only one weird. It should work. It's probably a bug of some sort because I swear that used to work. Right, there is one more thing I want to show you before I wrap up part 1 of our Applied Energistics mod spotlight. That is the wireless access terminal. Now that's crafted with an access terminal, as you would expect, but it requires an energy cell and a wireless receiver. A receiver is just a stick, any kind of stick, with 3 iron ingots with a Fluix pearl. Fluix pearl is quite expensive. Fluix dust with Fluix crystals and an ender pearl. Where you got? The energy cell is just 4 Fluix crystals, and not the expensive thing, but still fairly expensive. This thing requires power. Also, if I on it, you can see no power. So if we start charging it up, I'll just do it in the HV solar array. That's enough. You can see now it's got not linked to anything, so I can't access any of the items. That's what this slot is here in the GUI of the ME controller. As soon as you put that in there, it's linked. Now I can access my stuff. Wow. No signal. There's no signal. Well, that's not much good, is it? Well, that's why there is something in here. Let me just find it. Boom, boom, boom. Wireless access point. Once you place that, doesn't matter where, onto your network. Oh look, now I can access all my stuff. But it has doesn't have the longest range in the world. It can go up to like 16 blocks or something. Or 64, whatever it was. You can see, no more signal. But there, this block is the final block. So there, wait, what? No signal. Here, signal. Now, it's not really worth it if you have a big base and then you can only access a little bit. That's why there is something called where is it? Ah, here it is. You're probably staring at it the whole time. Wireless boosters. Wireless boosters are crafted with Certix quartz, redstone, and some iron. I forgot to show you how to craft that. That just needs a receiver, which is this, the Fluix pearl, and a bit of iron, a bit of sticks. Now, this can stack up to 16 in there. So that allows you to go an extra 16 blocks, allowing you to go a full 64 blocks away. So, if we travel quite far away, so now we can access it further. Even further, even further. Ah, look, no signal. No signal. But in this block you can have signal, this block you can have signal, this block no signal. So you can go about 64 blocks away from the actual controller. So recommend not have your system miles away. Now this is just the first few things of the applied energistics. Next time I want to show you the import-export bus, all three different types. I want to show you the condenser and some other machines. I want to show you mod compatibility, and I want to show you some cool little things like matter cannon and some singularities and the quantum link chamber and field ring. I definitely want to show you that. No spoilers, you have to go test it out yourself. Right, if you want to play around with this mod, links in description, or if you want to know how to install this mod, please stay with the video and I'll see you then. I will not do a installation part of the video next time. Right, so how you want to install this mod is you want to download Minecraft Forge. Links in the description for Minecraft Forge. You want to run the installer, you just want to install the client and hit OK. And once that's all done, your Forge is installed. And then you want to go into the new Minecraft launcher for the 1.6, and you'll see there's a profile called Forge. Make sure you run the launcher at least once so you can access your account and all the files in the .minecraft are created before you run the Forge installer, otherwise you'll get a crash and you will not be happy. Right, now in your .minecraft folder, which is in your app data folder, if you're on Windows XP or Windows 7, you'll just press the Windows key and R. That'll bring up this run file, which just type in %app data%, and that'll take you to your roaming folder. Click on your roaming folder, and that'll take you to your .minecraft folder. Then you'll see assets, configs, crash reports, libraries, mods, resource pack saves, screenshots, stats, and versions, and everything else. Once you run Forge for the first time, once you run the Forge pack for the first time, you'll see a mods folder. Inside that mods folder you want to download applied energistics RV13, and then you just want to drag your mod into your folder. And then when you run Minecraft, I've got a lot of mods installed so it might take a second or two. So when you actually run Minecraft, you will see that our mod has successfully installed if you follow these steps very carefully. Sorry if I'm doing this very quickly and I haven't gone through it slowly enough. Just rewatch the video because it's not difficult, but just make sure you download the correct version of Forge, and if you want to do like Forge multipart, download the latest one to get the Scala libraries. And look, our thing's installed. And if we go on my test world, you can see we have applied energistics installed and you have all of our stuff. So that's how you successfully install this mod. I hope you enjoyed. Check back for part 2 on the applied energistics spotlight. It's really easy to install Forge mods now. Just make sure you download the correct versions of everything. On the actual forum post there is 2 links, the 1.5.2 and the 1.6. This mod does work for 1.5 as well as 1.6, but I'm testing it out for 1.6. If you want to install it for 1.5, just follow the old Minecraft Forge install in the .minecraft folder, and with the bin resources saved, and install Forge in your .jar. Make sure you delete the meta.inf, And yeah, so just go back to the old installation if you're using the 1.5 version, but I recommend using the 1.6 version because you have all the updated mods. So I hope you enjoyed, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.